Welcome back to Screamers and a Happy New Year.
We've passed the cut-off for saying that.
I don't think we have, to be honest.
We haven't seen each other since our Screamers Christmas drinks, which I actually think is crazy.
That is mad, actually.
I think it's the longest we haven't seen each other in over a year.
I mean, just needed a break from you guys, what can I say? No, I'm kidding. I missed my pub bros.
Yeah, me too. How was everyone's Christmas?
Lovely, yeah, very nice. Went to a few men's footy games, which was fun.
Traitor.
Did a little Kaylee for New Year. Watched Heated Rivalry. I don't know if either of you guys have seen it, but it's been rocking my world.
I don't need to watch it because I work with people who are obsessed with it, and I think they've just infected my algorithm by talking about it so much around me that I've seen the entire show in like 20-second clips on Twitter.
You should still watch it though.
I've been waiting for it to not be on a VPN because I don't understand them, but now it's come on to Sky, so I'm going to watch it.
You're going to love it.
I'm really excited.
Any football-themed gift?
Ooh, I got a nice Forest shirt and a Forest scarf and a Forest hat from my mum.
So the attachment to West Ham is fully dead?
Pretty much. Although after watching Forest Women today,
Regrets. Your mum got the receipts.
What about you, Jessie?
I got this lovely shirt that I'm wearing now from my brother.
It's gorgeous.
Who apparently FaceTimed my parents for about 25 minutes trying to pick out which shirt to get me, which is quite funny.
Sweet.
And for our upcoming trip at the end of the year, Lucy's got me 2 tickets to a Japanese women's football game of my choosing.
That is so exciting. You're going to have to do a live report from that.
Yeah, I'll do dispatches from the road.
Yeah.
Half excited for the football, half excited for the food.
Yeah,
the food at Japanese sports stadiums.
Oh, yeah. The footy scran is going to be next level.
Off the charts. A Screamers times footy scran link up.
Yeah.
Seeing it now.
And Jessie, we haven't seen you since Jessie and listeners, we haven't seen you since the 9-1 Chelsea defeat of Liverpool.
What you guys don't know is that Honor was baiting me to go live on Instagram as that match was happening, and I was so close, but it might have got our account taken down because my head was hot.
Sometimes I just want to get us cancelled, so we can have a little break and then we can come out again. Everyone will have forgotten.
Yeah, but I don't want to put that to the test. I said I wanted a good cup run, and it's just going to have to be in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Is the only solution.
Well, it's not over yet, so should we get into some football?
Let's do it. Before we get stuck into 2026 football, though, we first need to announce the winner of the inaugural Screamers Personality of the Year. I did try and get Claire Balding to come on and do a guest announcement, but she just wasn't replying to my messages. So, thanks to all of you that voted. Should I do it in reverse order of the top 3?
100%.
Drama.
Like, imagine they're here collecting their trophy next to us. So, in third place was the Spirit of World Sevens Football.
Yes, well deserved.
Very well deserved.
They've got charisma, uniqueness, nerve and talent.
It's like a beauty pageant. Just imagine waving. In second place, this surprised me. Second place is Katakoi's water bottle from the
and
final.
what a personality she has, by the way.
Like flash in the pan, but made an impact and then ran off.
Yeah.
And it's no surprise that the winner, I imagine we could put her up every year and she'd win, was the one, the only, Kirsten Kasparai.
Very well deserved.
My goat.
I would say the award is in the post, but
it's not.
It's not. So
This'll have to do.
This'll have to do.
And speaking of Kirsten Kasparai and her team, Man City have a healthy lead of 6 points now in the WSL, which kicked back off this weekend with a thrilling display from Arsenal against Man United, 0-0. Did you guys have a good time?
Edge of the seat stuff. Mainly because I was so cold and was bouncing up and down.
Yeah, the battle of third and fourth. It was a really frustrating game.
Yeah, I should say that I unfortunately missed this game due to being in Paris. Such a shame, but I'm glad you guys were there to report back.
I mean, weirdly, from a more neutral perspective, it was quite interesting to watch because it felt very much like flowing in phases between Arsenal and Man United. It was just you were both so shit at scoring a goal.
It was kind of unbelievable, actually. Like by about 70 minutes, I just thought, actually probably a bit earlier than that, I just thought we're not going to score.
No.
It's just not going to happen. Like there was such a lack of decision making. being clinical, a plan when they got to the final third. And I thought we were pressing actually quite well. But then all the urgency or decision making and confidence would sort of leave their bodies as they got to the final third. And which has been our issue for a long time, but I haven't seen it quite so badly for a long time.
I feel like there were large patches of that game where I didn't see Russo get on the ball.
No.
There was just no service to her.
Totally. And I think she was really having trouble getting around the defenders. I think Olivia Smith was having some joy, but then the decisions she was making once she got down past Jade Riviere were not good.
Yeah.
Man U defence also were well organised, and we find that difficult to get around at the best of times, and they were really forcing us out to the sides, I think.
Yeah, I think they kind of knew that because there wasn't going to be that danger, even if they got beaten by the wide players, it's like, well, it's okay to push you out there. I think the first sort of 5 minutes, you started on the front foot, and it's like, oh, okay, Arsenal were going for it. And then for the sort of the next 20, it was all Man U, to the extent that someone sat behind me was like, God, you wouldn't know we're the fucking home team, would you? I was like,
but then I would say after that, it was very much our press, and Man U were sort of losing possession so carelessly over and over and over again. They weren't really able to build anything.
Yeah. I thought Rolfer had a really off game by her standards.
Yeah, I agree. Because so I took my brother and my dad, so I was kind of being like, well, this player's quite dangerous, this player's blah, blah, and they weren't doing any of the stuff that I told them. They were like,
God, Mine has no idea what she's talking about.
They're like, sorry, that player?
The one who's just given the ball away for the fifth time. Are you sure?
So, I just think also the decision making of like when to take a shot, it would be like when there was a defender 1 meter in front of you, so it was obviously going to get blocked, and then they wouldn't take it when there was it was just very strange. But cool to see Smilla Holmberg, who I thought actually looked really good up that right hand side. And I'm excited about that.
Came on and looked like a better winger than some of the wingers.
100%, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, she immediately started making things happen and was like in and amongst it in a way that maybe Emily Fox actually hadn't managed to really penetrate as much.
It's interesting because I thought in the first half more when she was playing on my side so I could see her a bit more, when she had the ball and was running, I don't think Sandberg was coping that well with her, but the ball wasn't fed to her enough. There were so many times where she was an ache of space, and if someone had just played the ball a bit quicker, I think Kim Little was probably the only person passing with speed.
Yeah,
with pace.
well, I was going to say, I think also the game really lacked pace, both from Arsenal and Man U.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like the urgency was there at all, which was quite weird because that game was really like one of those teams for the taking, and it didn't feel like either of them were particularly up for it. It was like
strange. One player on each team was trying to take it by the scruff of the neck, but no one else was really responding to it.
Yeah, exactly. And then we also saw Hannah Lundqvist and Leah Schuller.
Yeah.
For Man U, new signings.
Leah Schuller looked, even though they almost immediately went down to 10 afterwards, she looked good.
Yeah, she did.
To the extent that I wonder if Turland will eventually lose her place in the starting lineup. Because
I think it's not completely unlikely,
Yeah, because I think what Mallard offers is obviously quite a different skill set. So I would say if one of those is going, and if you're signing Leah Schuller on a 3.5-year contract, you're doing it because you're going to get her in the starting lineup at some point.
Yeah.
But I thought she looked really good. And Hannah Lundqvist, I know that World Sevens is not comparable to week in, week out 11s football, but she was so fun to watch in World Sevens. And then she did this sort of like rinky-dink spin around to Arsenal players. I was like, hello. All right, we're still on the high on that.
Some of the energy, yeah, exactly. 1 point each. It's a bit of a shame. I think we could have tried to pull away. We didn't.
Yeah.
And I think as an Arsenal fan, I'm worried because this is the problem that we've had for like 3 seasons. And it continues, and it doesn't seem like they know how to change that. So
how to be ruthless, I
think.
Exactly,
yeah. And we're going to get a replay of this game in the League Cup semi-finals.
Oh, lucky us.
Yeah, can't wait. But hopefully some lessons will be learned.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think the lesson will just be learnt will be that Fallon Tullis-Joyce needs to throw the ball a bit quicker. Mind you, I found all the discourse around this so boring this weekend. All keepers do it. Are we pretending that she's unique?
Yeah, I know, exactly. But I do think some of her distribution was a lot more wobbly than I've seen, actually. Because I was also like, and this is an amazing goalkeeper. She's the goalkeeper of the US. My brother was like, really?
The one who keeps shaking. Every time she got the ball played back to her and was sort of kicking it on the move, it was like she was toe punting it.
It really was. It was like she was panicking so much, didn't know what to do. I was like, just chill.
Yeah.
So I think not the start to the year I was hoping for.
No, but I don't think it's catastrophic either way.
No.
And there'll be chances to warm back into it, and maybe there'll be another signing or two coming up.
I think it's not catastrophic, depending on what we all think we're aiming for.
What would you say you're aiming for?
Well, I just think we're allowing Man City and Chelsea to pull so far ahead of us, and like we shouldn't be doing that because we should be on a much more even keel with those two teams.
Yeah.
But the gap is just going to widen because we're not winning
games you probably should.
Yeah. Like, I think we should have won that game. We had, you know, so much more possession. I think we looked better in the press. We were able to string things together more than Man U were, which is not saying much for either team, but I think we looked better.
Weirdly, they looked better when they went down to 10.
They did, yeah, they did. Because I think it just focused them and actually gave them something to fight for. It didn't seem like anyone had anything to fight for, which they do, which is why it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, if you'd have won that, you would have been 2 points off Chelsea in second. But
exactly.
Yeah, now it's 4, which takes 2 matches to catch up on, and there's not that many matches left.
Exactly. There's not enough games in WSL to be drawing, well, to lose the games and draw the games we've already lost and drawn, but to be drawing this game anyway. Yeah. Or just to be playing that badly, like we should be able to score a goal.
And another thing.
Anyway.
We'll move on before Maya gets caught in the whirlpool of despair. And then today's games, well, Manchester City did solidify, that 6-point lead with their I watched it. It wasn't the most exciting of matches against Everton. A quite tidy 2-0 win. That at points in the first half, it kind of felt a little bit like the Chelsea-Everton game, where Everton broke Chelsea's unbeaten run, where it was all City. City were throwing everything at it, but Everton were really, really disciplined in defence. And I did think, this could be, another sort of quite upset result on the cards. And then City got their first goal from Carolyn, but it just took it was like brilliant run from Carolyn. Pacheco just is beaten way too easily, but then it just takes a bit of a deflection that lifts it over Brosnan. You're like, that's an annoying goal to concede. And then Everton should have had an equaliser, and it was ruled out because, I'm sorry, Goalkeepers Union, you can come at me, because Ruby Mace dared to stand in front of Yamashita and not move out the way. Like, there was nothing in that was a foul.
Yeah.
She just held her space, and that you can't score a
so
foul anytime that happens and the keeper ends up going down. It was really annoying, and I think that really would have changed the game if they'd gone 1-1 at that point. Because City were throwing everything at it, but they weren't really having a huge amount of joy. Thought Lauren Kilda-Brown was fantastic. I think
good.
Might have been maybe my favourite player on the pitch, actually. She kept attacks alive. She was recycling stuff. She was forcing Everton to lose the ball quite easily. So I kind of hope 2026 she gets a more and more prominent role in the England setup.
I'm a blinky truther.
Yeah.
So I love this news.
Yeah. Brosnan and Bunny Shaw's duel continued, where once again everything Bunny Shaw was throwing at Courtney Brosnan was just batted away. Like, one point Bunny Shaw just was punching the ground because she was so annoyed that another one saved. But so it was a fine match, and is kind of the calm win that I think City needed just to, they've gone in front and they need to just keep that now.
Yeah, it's a great win for them to start the season and keep that lead. That buffer. So it's looking good. They could bottle it yet, but it's looking good for them.
I watched Spurs Leicester because I wanted to look at Sinja Gorpset, and I was not disappointed. Have you seen any highlights?
I haven't actually, no.
I've seen a bit.
She was just like in amongst everything.
Yeah.
Like such a playmaker, so much confidence. She was linking up the whole pitch, really. She was...
Yeah.
I'm so excited to watch her. They took her off at 65 or 70, I can't remember now, like 70 minutes or something, but and at that point the game really did change, and then suddenly Spurs felt a bit on the back foot, and they started getting a bit disorganized in the back line, losing a bit of focus. But she was so good. She had such a huge impact.
It's like Martin Ho said when they signed her, that when he was at Brann with her, she played somewhere between an 8 and a 10, or she played the roles of both an 8 and a 10. He's like, so that's the entirety of the midfield then. Of course she's going to drive everything, isn't she?
Yeah, it was crazy though, because she was just absolutely carving up the midfield and getting around, 2-3 defenders. Like, she was just making things happen, and I think that is such a good signing for Spurs.
Yeah.
Like, such a good signing.
Amongst a million other...
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, first look at Micah Hamano in a Spurs shirt.
Yeah.
She came on as a sub in the second half, and I would say she didn't look that confident when she first came on, but she has such quality, and her like technique on the ball in those small spaces started to kind of start showing as after I think she got a bit more comfortable. But I'm sure she's going to grow into that, and I think that's a really good signing as well, to be honest, and great for her to get some more game time.
But not really the signing that had the most impact on that game.
Oh. Poor Ash
Oh,
Neville.
it was just like
That was honestly switching on that game and actually seeing her in the Leicester shirt hits different. Like, it's so weird to see her in Leicester, and it is so sad for her that her first game in Leicester was his first game.
It was just like sod's law. When I looked at the fixtures and I was like, oh, she's gonna do. It's like something catastrophic is going to happen, but I wasn't expecting it to be this catastrophic. She just
must feel like shit. Like, you know, at the end they did this like presentation with like a signed Spurs shirt and a big frame with like loads of pictures of her, and she's in her Leicester shirt, just like standing there holding it up, like posing with Beth England and Martin Ho. I just thought, just let her go.
Oh God! I wonder if she would have got any banter from her old teammates being like,
yeah,
thanks for the goal, Ash.
Yeah, I imagine the group chat. Has she left the Spurs group chat yet? I wonder.
Oh.
Because that will be
she must
off.
have. I think.
I just felt so sorry for her. Like, also, she must have felt so embarrassed and humiliated. Just not nice.
Or maybe not. Maybe she's going to own it, guys. We're projecting our own insecurities.
Maybe she's just a professional athlete, and she's just like, these things happen.
Yeah, that's so true.
Unlike
she's
us.
Experienced enough. You know, she has the most appearances for Spurs ever.
Yeah,
she
just couldn't help herself.
It's just one last act of loyalty.
but actually, the Leicester defence, considering it was kind of she's new in that back line, Olivia Clark hasn't played that much this season. They were all right, apart from that own goal. I thought they were quite well organised. Yeah. And I was enjoying the Emily Van Egmond, Hannah Kane link up. That looked kind of dangerous until it didn't. But I think Spurs were lucky to win that game.
Yeah. I mean, they've brought in so many new people, and I reckon training session,
yeah, exactly.
Training's probably been about integrating that as much as it has been preparing. But I'm sure they'll be back up to the Spurs of the first half of the season before no time.
The march to the top of the league continues.
I mean, they I know they're chasing that upset, aren't they? They're chasing the shock Champions League qualification, and at this stage, I wouldn't rule them out.
I don't see it.
You only don't see that because they're competing with you.
No, do you know what? It's not quite that. Although obviously it would be devastating for me.
Yeah.
But also I think the way they're winning games is not that convincing.
Yeah.
Like today, they won the game because Ashleigh Neville had a shocker on a corner. Yeah. And it was an own goal, and then they weren't able to score another goal.
Yeah,
and they've had quite a few wins like that. Like they've got a really soft penalty and won the game, and obviously that's working for them. And it doesn't really matter how you win a game, but I do think when push comes to shove, they just haven't quite got it in them.
Yeah, it's very easy to get excited by the performances in the first half of the season and forget that they are actually on the very early stages of a project.
Yeah,
and that's what all of these. I mean, we're going to do touch more on transfers later, but that's why all of these players are coming to Spurs because they want to be part of this project.
Yeah, and it is an exciting project.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to revisit it at the end of this season after these new signings have had a chance to bed in and play some games, and we see where Spurs manage to end up. I also don't think they're going to necessarily be pushing for Champions League this season, but maybe next season or the season after, who knows.
And you've got to love the ambition. Like, it's such a turnaround for them, and that's cool.
A lot can change, and a lot of teams can have ups and downs.
Yeah,
like Arsenal, I feel like 1 week they're the best team I've ever seen. The next week they're absolute dog shit.
Yeah,
and then
so true.
And then Spurs have been consistently okay and getting results.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can keep getting results.
Speaking of more results, did you watch the Chelsea West Ham game?
I couldn't actually get the game to play for some reason.
A shame.
So I was watching multiview, but still on the multiview I was able to see that disappointing performance from West Ham, but maybe not disappointing, maybe expected. It's the kind of thing where you have a new manager come in. Obviously this was Rita Guarina's first game in charge of West Ham.
Yep.
And you think, are the players going to give her a little show, try and impress her? Or is it all going to be a mess? And it was a mess. But it's Chelsea, and it's hard to...
And you're West Ham.
It's hard to kick off a managerial stint against Chelsea.
Yeah.
But I do think for a game like that, for her to have instructed the team to play out from the back like they did,
oh my God, yeah,
was so incredibly naive, because the mistakes they made, especially in the first half, playing out from the back, were quite appalling. It's like, just hit the ball, clear it,
just thump it long. This is a game where you can just thump it long.
I want to see hoofball.
Yeah.
I don't want to see.
There's not tiki taka. Let's just knock it up.
I don't want to see goalkeeper errors, players panicking, flapping, balls getting nicked off them in the box, and just seemed a bit crazy for me. And I wonder if that's going to be a wake-up call for Guarino managing in the WSL now. This is not Italy anymore, baby.
Yeah, you can't get away with this. I watched the highlights of this one on the way over, and I mean, some of it is an element of you're West Ham and you're playing Chelsea, and the combination plays and some of the through balls and stuff you can't predict. But it is those moments like that
the LJ goal.
The LJ goal, the pass back to Šemić. Like what Šemić's doing
Horrible
there, I don't know.
That was horrible, yeah.
And that's the kind of thing like
that should be avoidable.
Yeah,
it is avoidable. And Šemić as well at times made some really
made
crucial saves.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've seen her perform well.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're asking your goalkeeper to play like this and it's going wrong, you're not going to fill her with confidence to keep performing well in those kind of building up, playing out from the back situations. So it all just feels like
it's like a new manager's come in with a system they want to impose, and it does take a while, because I mean that's what the kind of journey that Everton were on last season when they were playing out for the back, and it just filled me with heebie-jeebies every time they tried it. But like it's come good this season. It's just very hard to try that for the first time against Chelsea.
Yeah, and Chelsea were their usual. Well, not usual. It's not that they're always dominant, but they were dominant.
Pretty much always.
I'm trying to think of a situation where they're not.
Yeah. Well, obviously, recently they had their first WSL loss.
Yeah, but they were still pretty dominant in that game.
But yeah, dominant in every aspect of the game.
Yeah.
They had their chances. They took them. They were ruthless.
Yeah, I thought the penalty was harsh, but
yeah, so did I.
I agree. At that point, doesn't matter.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, let that one go.
Yeah.
It's fine. And the last of the 12 p.m. kickoffs was the game that all of us said it's not really calling out to us, and then actually looked like the most interesting match of them all.
Yeah, big comeback.
Yeah, Aston Villa 2, Brighton 1.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah. Well, did you catch any of it on Multiview?
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really did. It was quite funny because it was looking like Brighton were tentatively heading towards
3
scraping
points.
by a win.
And
then that Lucia Kendall free kick for the Daly header was just like so pinpoint from her. And then when Rachel Daly's in that position, she's never not scoring it. So that was really good. And then a minute later, Kirsty Hansen does what Kirsty Hansen does.
I love Kirsty Hansen.
I'm so glad I kept her in my fantasy team this
Me
week.
too.
Oh, she's so good.
Yeah, it was a exciting, like middle of the table clash. An exciting match. I wish I had watched it instead of Man City Everton, to be honest. And then the last game of today was Liverpool versus London City Lionesses, and Rachel Brown-Finnis at the start of the game gave it all that. I was like, Liverpool haven't had a goalless draw in 18 games, and London City Lionesses haven't not scored in all the time they've been in WSL. 0-0 draw.
She spoke it into existence.
It was another one of those games which I think we're struggling with, where we looked, again, so much better. We're on the front foot. The press was like, you can tell that the team are all getting to the press. Mia Enderby is the exception to that rule, and I'll come on to that later. But like we looked better, and we looked like score, and we had, I don't know actually I know how many of them were on target, but we had something like 10 shots or something through the game, which is, think about how bad we've been recently.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still not a win.
It's tough.
And it's really frustrating because you can see the progress, but what we need is points on the board.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult.
It's annoying there's no other way to like show the progress other than getting points, because there really has been. Like if you think about how Liverpool playing at the beginning of the season to now. It is night and day, but it's such a shame that it hasn't still translated into points.
All these connections are forming now on the pitch in the way that they weren't. I thought this was maybe Kirsty McLean's best game in the Liverpool shirt. Grace Fisk came back from injury and was just phenomenal, like absolutely phenomenal.
That's great, you've got her back.
Thank God. And then Bergstrom, one of our new signings, started and played the whole game, which I was amazed by, considering, she's only just finished her entire season just before Christmas.
I guess you've not got much choice.
Yeah. Go on, girl, have a dextrose tablet and off you go.
She's like, are you sure?
Sorry, I
arrived yesterday.
I was going to bed in, maybe. We had 2 new signings play the whole game. So Jennifer Falk in goal. Had a quite chill game, to be honest, because London City Lionesses weren't. I think she's had to touch the ball with her hands like once. It wasn't particularly troubled. Bergstrom was fantastic and had them on the ropes for a lot of the game. She's a right back, but can sort of play. She's like a flying right back, so plays as a whizzing. And I think we'll probably see her on the wing more than we see her in the right back position. But yeah, it's like lots of great people, but nothing really come with it. And if Enderby could maybe remember that she can sprint, that might help us, because the whole team's doing this really great press and aggressive, and Kerry Holland, like the terrier energy of Terry Holland, and then you turn to Mia Enderby, who's just kind of like gently shepherding them the way that they should pass the ball. It's like, no, girlie, you're one of the fastest players on the pitch. Could you remind people of that fact?
Yeah.
Ooh, it does me head in.
Hopefully it's coming for you the week after next.
I like to think it is. And, the more players that can come back from injury and just, I think we did miss Beata Olsen today. There was some runs and stuff in there that would have really helped us. But London City Lionesses didn't look that great. Linari had a great game, but apart from that, they also weren't that brilliant. Aslani had a bit of a stinker. Nikita Paris stinker and then subbed off. So, taboos, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, taboos.
I mean, it's interesting. This is their first game under a new manager as well, like we said with West Ham. But yeah, they obviously didn't ship 5 goals. Yeah. So Eda Maestro is doing a better job than Rita Guarino for now.
Yeah, it's a muted new manager bounce, but it's still there. So yeah, fun weekend. Football's back.
Football is back, and therefore so is Screamers of the Week. So every week we will choose our favourite goal from any league. If you're Jessie, some super obscure league.
I don't appeal to the Chelsea and the Arsenal fans. I go where the football takes me.
So shall we kick off? Honor was last week's winner. So what have you got for us?
Obviously, I haven't been studying worldwide leagues because I've been so busy living it up in Paris.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. So I essentially just have today's WSL viewing to pick from. I want a load of screamers.
No.
But there were a couple that I really enjoyed. One that we did just mention, Kirsty Hansen, our number 1 Hun.
She only scores bangers.
But she does, genuinely. But I think today I'm going to go for Sunday Baltimore because she's not impressed me at all this season. I have to say, I don't think she's been very good compared to the standards that she set
compared to season before,
last season when she had her big kind of moment debut in the WSL. Obviously today she scores an absolute screamer from the kind of left outside corner of the box, just picks up the ball and bam, smashes it into the top corner. But she also scored a pen, which she loves to do, and I thought she played really well overall. So there you go, Sunday. And West Ham, get your act together.
I presume you're not picking the penalty, you're picking the pick in the banger. But the way you teed that up,
I've just realised Honor's gone against West Ham again.
Yeah.
Well,
the attachment is fully.
It really is dead.
Fully dead.
It's
I don't even think we should refer to you as the West Ham fan of the pod anymore.
No, I'm lost. I hate everybody.
You've cut ties. They've humiliated you one too many times.
I'm not a fan of anything anymore. Not even women's football. Pisses me off sometimes.
Oh,
well, this is
should we have a chat after the recording?
Yeah, let's catch up after this.
Sorry, guys.
Shocking revelation to start the year on Screamers.
Can't tell. My time in Paris made me rather nihilistic.
So you just need to be wearing like a black roll neck and smoking a.
If you could see her now, guys.
Yeah. God. Well, all right, we'll leave your French existentialism behind. Maya, what are you picking?
My 2 completely predictably were Baltimore versus West Ham and Kirsty Hansen for Villa. So I will choose Kirsty Hansen because I don't think I've chosen a Kirsty Hansen banger before, but she's always been on my shortlist, and I just think she's amazing and great and so fun, and like I said, she only scores bangers. It was a really similar goal actually to the Sunday Baltimore goal in terms of angles, just like an absolute rocket into the top right hand corner, and it was just a classic Kirsty Hansen. I loved it. And it came 2 minutes after that, Rachel Daly, so it was like the big turn, the big switch, and it was exciting.
I'd love to know how the speed she hits the ball up.
Yeah, it looks fucking fast.
Yes. I'm not surprised keepers don't save them. They're like, oh, might shatter me wrist actually. If I go for that one.
I'll leave that one.
Yeah, that can go in. That's fine.
What are you going for, Jessie?
I've got 3 on my shortlist that I'm choosing between. Starting 2026 as I went on in 2025 with a Swiss Queen, Sydney Schertenlieb's goal against Madrid, where it was quite a simple ball into her, takes a touch to bring it into her stride and then hits it on the half volley. It was just very, very nice, very calm. But 2 goals from the same game yesterday in the WSL 2 the South Coast derby.
Oh, yeah, lots of goals.
Lots of goals. Southampton versus Portsmouth. Southampton won 4-0. It was a stomping win. First one was Jess Simpson's opening goal. It was this brilliant sort of like squared ball across the box, hits it first time left foot. And it's very easy to smash them over from like running onto it and hitting it first time, but it just goes straight into the top corner. But I think the one I'm going to pick, because she was an honourable mention of mine before, now I'm going to actually make Screamer of the Week, is Amy Palmer's goal to make it 4. This cutback, and she gets the ball, spins around a defender and then hits it low and beats the keeper with left foot, and it's just brilliant. And again, 66 scoring. I've been missing it this season, so I'm going to go for Amy Palmer. So we will put the clips of those and of any honourable mentions up on our Instagram stories for you to vote on Instagram and Spotify for your Screamer of the Week.
Although there has been a lack of football over the last few weeks, there has certainly not been a lack of transfer news. I feel like there's been rumours flying all over the place every day, and now we've got quite a lot of stuff kind of solidified, contracts signed, player announcements. So it's pretty exciting. Shall we get into some of the bigger or more interesting signings or departures that have gone on so far?
I think from an Arsenal point of view, I'm really pleased for Jenna Nicewanger that she's gone on loan.
She's free!
Aston Villa. I know.
Justice
finally.
for Jenna.
Like, honestly, who knows what has gone on? Barely playing, sometimes not even being named in the squad. And it's kind of killed her US national team career for the last kind of 6 to 12 months. So this is like such a good move for her, I think. I hope she's going to get lots of game time. Yeah, justice for Jenna Nicewanger. So
yeah.
I did wonder if, like, roguely, we might go in for her, test the waters a little bit. I think Villa is a better move, definitely. But especially if she wants to get back into the US contention. But I just wondered if that might be the...
It wouldn't have been a bad thing for Liverpool.
No,
but I think for her,
for her it's better.
Aston Villa's better move.
I was obsessed with the Aston Villa announcement, like graphic, including a photo of her holding the Champions League trophy there. I'm like, doing a little bit of upselling there, aren't we?
What do you mean?
Single-handedly won that trophy. But yeah, that's a great move for her.
More moving at Aston Villa, and I actually forgot to mention it earlier. Sarah Mayling was looking really good for Leicester earlier on today. She was like looking really dangerous, basically getting the ball up the field, putting some really dangerous crosses in. So I think that's a really good loan signing for Leicester.
They're kind of assembling like a really experienced core, aren't they, Leicester?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, obviously, with the Ashleigh Neville signing.
Yeah.
That's a player with a lot of WSL experience. And yeah, Amy Janssen as well from Rosengård. So
Yes.
don't know loads about her.
She came on the pitch. She subbed on, actually, and she, again, looked quite good. Leicester actually did look really good today.
Yeah, I think they probably just want to be like a slow, steady build, don't they? Especially after losing Janice Cayman in the transfer window.
Bit of a Leicester stalwart.
Yeah. Apparently wanted to be, I think it's like a move to be closer to family. So it's one of those, like, no real comment on Leicester's project. But the other sort of big Villa one was Katie Robinson.
Yes, to Bristol City.
Yeah, recalled from her loan at Everton, sold to Bristol, which it was, I don't know, it feels like her development has just fallen off a cliff over the last 18 months. It
really does. Yeah, because 2 years ago she was such an exciting player coming up through the England system.
Yeah.
Can I speak and say I never found her that exciting?
At the time, we didn't really have like a young talent who was breaking through.
She was kind of on her own a bit at that point. And then she stopped getting invited to camps and then kind of all, like you said, crumbled.
Loaned around a bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, on paper, it doesn't sound great to be stepping down from various WSL teams and going to the World Cup with England to a WSL 2 team. But Bristol City are obviously really ambitious.
Yeah.
Currently sitting in the 3rd place promotion playoff spot for the WSL 2. They've made some great signings. They've got Jessie Gale from Arsenal.
Yeah.
For her to return there, because she was there before, it's like somewhere she knows.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think Charlotte Healy's a really good coach as well. A team with ambition. And yeah, maybe they get promoted and she's back in the WSL, can grow her confidence a bit.
I think the difficult thing with her has been nothing has felt like it sticks.
Yeah.
It's like 6 months here, 6 months there. It's not.
You're right.
She needs a bit of consistency.
And then the other Arsenal signing, obviously, that I've been really excited about is Smilla Holmberg. who made her debut on Saturday
Yep.
and looked really good. So she was one of the players that I think really impressed all of us, I think, at the Euros.
Yeah.
So really exciting to see in the WSL. So I look forward to seeing what she can do.
It's kind of like the worst kept secret transfer. Everyone knew it was happening. It's like, when is he announced happening?
It's interesting as well that Arsenal have recalled a lot of their players out on loan. So I wonder who we'll see stay at the club if they're trying to kind of bolster a tool or kind of develop players and
which
who's
they
going to
should be doing.
Sent back out or possibly sold. So
TBC.
Interesting loanee that has now been, not necessarily recalled, but the loan spell has ended at Gotham, of course, is Jessie, who has returned, on paper is returning to Manchester United, but
surely not.
No, surely not, but I have no idea. Jessie's looking at me like she knows something I don't.
Club America. She's off to Mexico.
Is that confirmed?
Really?
I don't know if it's confirmed, but it's like the in progress.
Okay,
yeah.
Interesting. Go get that bag, girl.
Yeah, I mean, just be done with Mark Skinner.
Honestly.
Clearly, it was not a good relationship, whatever that
all.
was. And Man United have been reinforcing, and they are still reinforcing. So I think when you've got a bad relationship with the coach, just leave. Man United have done, as we mentioned, Leah Schuler, Hannah Lundqvist. They're in talks to sign a couple of more players as well, all from either the top Serien or the Dama or Svenskan. Which I don't know if they're going to have any players left in that league by the end of January, because everyone's raiding them.
Mass exodus.
Everyone's raiding them. I mean, Liverpool have raided them as well.
Yeah.
We've got three new signings so far. Yeah, as I said, two of them who started today. Jennifer Falk, I think it's a massive get.
Yes.
Like, Sweden's number one keeper. First time she played outside of Sweden. Was really good in the Euros, apart from that one penalty that she wasn't great at.
Yeah, but that's not like usual keeper.
No, exactly.
There's no penalty shootouts in the WSL. You're fine, love. And also she did save like 4 of them. So, but I think that's a massive get. I think it does. There is something clearly going on in the goalkeeping department at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because obviously we had made a sign, and we've touched on Rafaela Bograffa and the investigation that was announced in September into her conduct, and there's just gone completely quiet.
Yeah.
So who knows if this is because of that, if it's because of Laws's injuries. I don't really know, but I'm very excited, and I think she looked really good today. Bergstrom looked really good and has sort of come up through the youth system with Berta Olsen as well, so I think there'll be some nice link-ups there. And then our last one is Anna Jøsendal, who was... Sydney Galsep was the top Syrian player of the year last season, and then she was it the season before Jøsendal.
Nice.
But also she was a childhood Liverpool fan.
Oh, we love to see it.
They found an interview with her from when she was a youth player, and so it's all about like what she wants to do in playing football, where she wants her career to go, and like the last bit of it is, and the best thing would be if Liverpool can get a women's team and I can grow up and play for them.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so full circle.
So I'm ride or die for Annie.
Yeah.
Why am I tearing up?
That's what we need. We need some
You do. You need some Katinka Thunberg.
Yeah, playing for the shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah. I reckon we're probably going to try and get a few more names in.
Or only not even halfway through January, so I feel like there's going to be more to come.
Yeah, it depends if Spurs snap them up before anyone else, because Spurs have been like...
They're on a spree.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of business done early, so maybe they'll be kind of sitting there happy with what
they're bedding in now.
And not necessarily scrambling last minute for players. Like, there's a lot of rumours flying around Chelsea, and the fact that Kat Macario and Niamh Charles were not in the squad today with mysterious kind of health, physical problems. But I think that's what Sonia said, that there's like, they're physically needed something. And then people are like, what?
Oh my God, where are they going?
Physically not in this team anymore.
Yeah. It's like...
They're physically not here.
Yeah.
They're physically having a medical at a different club.
They're physically on the plane over the Atlantic right now as we speak. Because was it Bay FC? I'm sure there was someone rumoured for the Kat Macario.
Yeah, there was.
Something like that. Yeah.
So...
She's just going to take her wag with her.
Yeah, Niamh Charles needs a bit of sun.
Unconfirmed wag, but...
Well.
Yeah, so if that is the case, then you would think that Chelsea may be wanting
in the market
to make a couple of...
For a defender at least, I would have thought.
Signings,
Well, Trinity Rodman has been listed without a club in the US women's national team roster. Most recent one. So I don't think she's confirmed staying in the NWSL, even though they've made a whole new rule for her, which is hilarious.
I mean, it would be so funny. If
I would love
cool,
it.
bye.
So let's see.
Yeah,
Let's hope not.
Let's hope. We've touched on her as a player beforehand because a childhood Arsenal fan thought of she could be coming to reinforce that Arsenal midfield, but Sam Coffey has been spotted the joy today to watch Man City's win over Everton, which would suggest that she might be. So keep your eyes on the Manchester City club shop, because I'm sure that'll be the first place that we see the news.
Yeah, they love to leak a signing.
Manchester clubs, because United leaked Leah Schuler.
Yeah.
Because they posted a video of Hannah Lundqvist announcing that signing, and Leah Schuler was in it. You're like, why is no one watching these videos from when they go
Crazy.
live?
West Ham stuff is just not really interesting. But we've had Estelle Cascarino, but
Casca, did you see what happened today?
She couldn't come on because of
She
the
couldn't come on
earring.
because of her earring.
It was taped up, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the ref was like, you need to take it out because it was like really bulky. And she was like, I can't take it off. I can't take it out. So she couldn't come on. That is
no, you
so
just take it
fucking
out. Wait, was it
embarrassing.
like ply? You know.
Well, she the commentators were like, oh, maybe she got the piercing recently. I was like, who the fuck cares? You're about to make your WSL debut.
Yeah.
Take the fucking earring out.
Also, don't get a piercing in the middle of the fucking season.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I just think that's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Unless it's like welded together.
Yeah.
Truly a game to forget for West Ham.
What an idiot. Oh my
She was
god.
literally standing on the sideline, about to come on.
It's so
the ref
cringe.
was like, no.
So
And they had this
cringe.
back and forth about taking it out.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I think it's like a forerunner for the most chaotic moment of 2026 already. And shall we check in on our first Woso Community Noticeboard of 2026?
The board's looking very clean and fresh.
You know what we haven't done today, guys? You know, in our last episode, we kept saying everything was the last XYZ of 2025. We really need to emphasise that this is the first Woso Community Notice
We
Board of
haven't made
2026.
the most of that at all. That's really annoying.
I'll put it in the episode description. This is the first time we're doing this. It's the first Screamers of the
Exactly.
Week. It's the first.
And just remember, everyone, it was the first Screams of the Week.
It was the first Screamers of the Week.
And I'm going to win.
Well, who's got something to add to our fresh, clean first board of the season?
Well, I think we'd be doing everyone a disservice if we weren't to talk about the enormous event that took place on New Year's Eve. And I'm not talking about Marta's wedding.
Oh, shots
Yeah.
fired. Yeah, like no shade to Marta, but it's not, she is football royalty,
Yeah.
but the wedding isn't two football royals necessarily.
It's not a balcony royal level of
And
wedding,
also,
is it?
they just didn't go all out in the way that Sam and Christy have done. That was like a Kardashian wedding, and I'm here for it.
Did you expect anything less?
I loved it. It was very camp. I thought it was very
I
like
loved it.
Italian camp,
Yes.
neo-classical, you know.
Dress
like,
code of everyone in black.
Poplar trees,
black.
yeah, and then the
Loved.
bride pops in white in 3 outfits.
Yeah.
Also, I wish they were more trashy and they'd done like a little series leading up to planning their wedding, because I would eat that shit up.
I feel like it's probably coming.
I
Like,
hope.
It
would
felt like an
love.
OK Mag partnership kind of.
I need to see
Wedding. Well,
this
Christy
is the
meeting
thing,
with the
though.
wedding planner.
Because I was like, I think
It was in Vogue
speaking
Australia.
to people. Well, this is saying, is it going to be in Hello? Is it going to be in OK? No,
Much
of course
too
it's in
classy.
Vogue.
Much too classy.
Vogue Australia.
Yeah, Vogue Australia. Vogue
Australia.
Australia.
Australians do high fashion too, right, guys?
I don't know, but it's like it's like you're not in the main
It's not
one,
Vogue, yeah.
The main one.
But
Main.
look, it still looked amazing.
Yeah.
I have to say, the pictures of all of the Matildas with like their middle parting slipbacks in a group was sending me.
Very funny.
Do they know there are other hairstyles?
No.
Can I just say, but Caitlin Ford, bless her, is the pioneer doing a side parting amongst a
Which-
sea of middle partings.
It's funny that now the side parting is the pioneer, because a few years ago it would
Yeah.
be
Side parting
side
was
partings all over the
the
place.
edgy. Yeah,
that is
exactly.
diversity in women's football. Is the side parting versus the middle part.
I genuinely think for our next women's football quiz, we should have that picture, but take the faces out, and everyone has to say whose slickback it is.
Oh, that is good.
It is actually so funny.
That is such a good idea. So get swatting up now if you want to bag yourself some
Exactly.
points. I also thought that I loved everybody, like obviously desperate for the photos to see all the outfits, and there was one that was like, and the usual offenders were on their best behaviour, I'm going to assume Christy had some words.
Yeah, also, if everyone has to wear black, there's only so wrong it can go.
Yeah.
I think that was incredibly wise of them, knowing some of the previous wedding outfit choices from the Matildas.
That was very much like Christy's like, I've seen your friends and we are getting ahead of this. But congrats. And also they did Sam did first photo shoot with baby Jagger.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very cute.
Very, very adorable baby.
I thought fair play for Bonds for getting that.
And fair play to Sam and Christy and Jagger for getting that bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gonna be parenting deals coming out of their ears, I reckon. I mean, who knows? Is Sam just going to quietly retire at the end of the season? They're just going to become full-time mumfluencers. Who knows? I guess the other big thing, which kind of is related to transfers, but is not really one for this transfer window, but Georgia Stanway fully officially announcing that she is leaving Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it's quite the rumours.
Huge.
Massive deal.
Very exciting news.
Well, yeah, Arsenal frontrunners, aren't they?
Yeah, she is being linked with Arsenal.
Fingers crossed.
I really enjoyed, there was a bunch of online Arsenal fans being like, oh, we've reorganised all of the academy's shirt numbers and we've left 31 clear because it's Georgia Stanway's number. They're saving it for Georgia Stanway, and then 2 days later they gave it to Smilla Holmberg. I think you theorised yourself into something.
Honestly, the Arsenal mental gymnastics never ceases to amaze me.
It's nice it's consistent though, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of chaos going on in the world, but some things are consistent.
Exactly. I think we need that tenacity in the midfield, so I look forward to welcoming her in the summer.
Yeah. Hopefully with a series of outgoings, because otherwise...
as you know, I think we need a full clear out.
I'm going to get you to commit to a full list of names at some point.
I feel too bad to do that.
The thing is, you say that you're committed to a full clear out, but then when it comes down to it, you're like,
no, I'm
not.
I'm not. Some of the old guard, they got to go.
I think Michelle Kang is going to get her hands on Katie McCabe if it's the last thing she does.
No,
I mean, fairs. That would be a good move for them.
They would, yeah.
And they wouldn't have to move. We know you love the logistics. They wouldn't really have to move.
Guys, I'll tell you the logistics I've been worrying about yesterday.
What?
Ashleigh Neville. Because she's got kids.
Yeah.
So obviously they've got a house in London. She's been at Spurs for so long. So they must have a house near Spurs.
Yeah.
She can't be commuting to Leicester because that's so expensive and she's not being paid enough to also look after her kids and commute to Leicester. So what's going to happen? They're going to move.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
People do move for work.
But she's not going to be at Leicester for that long to uproot her whole family and her house.
How do you know? She might be there for 6 years.
No, she's not going to be there for 6 years.
She's got to be there for at least 2, I reckon. Because
here's what I think she's doing.
Okay,
fine. Is she staying somewhere part-time?
I think she's kept a house in London.
Yeah.
I think part of her deal at Leicester was that they would subsidise a flat that she lives in near the training ground, like 3 nights a week or whatever, and then she'll probably like commute a couple of days because she can't. British Rail is so expensive.
Why would she be getting the train? Why wouldn't she be driving?
Well, because the train's quite quick to Leicester.
Yeah, but where?
Footballers like to drive.
Yeah. I think.
Well, she's cutting off her nose to spite her face.
I'm not sure about this. I think we're going to have to give Ash a call and ask her ourselves.
I would love to know because I've genuinely been worried about it.
I love you just like pouring over the A to Z, like, oh no, wait, took that route. Well, that's going to add like 45 minutes onto the commute each way, and then you miss kids' bedtime, and then you can't do this, you can't do that.
I'm not being funny though. Leicester's not in the East Midlands, and she must live on the east of London because she's been playing at Spurs for so long.
Yeah.
So that is actually going to really add to the drive. So look, I have been worried about it. You joke about me and the logistics, but I was thinking about it.
Oh, no, I don't joke. I know fully for a fact that anything logistical to do with transfers, you are the one to...
And homemaking.
Yes.
And baby making.
It's like we've just dropped some scandalous information on the pod. Moving on. Anyway, did you see what our friends up at Glasgow City posted just before Christmas?
No, what did they post?
So Ted Lasso's coming back for Series 4, focused on women's football. Mm-hmm. I am famously not a Ted Lasso watcher, so I don't know what experience Hannah Waddingham's character has with running a football club. But Glasgow City have offered to step up and invite her up on a research trip.
That's quite iconic.
Yeah, well, I would love the idea that the SWPL is going to feature in Ted Lasso. Imagine explaining that to the American audiences. But That would be very, very cool and would be a very fitting club for her to go and visit. So
definitely. I think Hannah Waddingham's character as a Ted Lasso watcher and fan would love Glasgow City.
Yeah?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, watch this space.
I think they're onto something.
Hopefully something comes of it.
That's all for Screamers this week, but come back next week when we will be discussing all things FA Cup 4th round. But until then,
follow us across Instagram, TikTok and YouTube at screamers_pod, or you can drop us an email at screamerspod@gmail.com.
And please follow, rate and review us wherever you're listening right now so we can reach even more women's football fans in 2026.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next Tuesday.
Whoa.